idea of the works that came out of this studio being so different and so like unique as far as prints go. Just literally the artistry that came from embellishing prints. Haven't opened this up for a while. This was done with stencil, so one of the serigraphs got the stencil of her cut out and all the spray paint in the background. And then there's watercolor in there as well. There's pastel in there. All kinds of crazy stuff. Look how much it changes from one to the next.
Yeah, it's a pastel highlight. Nice.
Different print versions. I mean, he got crazy with the mono printing as well. Insane. Love this. I feel like it's gotta happen.
Bottom layer, and then the top one would be more like the burnt umber. It's not really a burnt umber, but close. Very cool.
That blue pulled out so much texture. In the films, some of the detail, the most fine detail, has a lot to do with the mesh count and all of that with the screen. So the biggest obstacle with this print and Johnny's print was these guys right here, these really, really fine lines in the buckwheat. This is a good version. But in one of the first couple prints that they were pulling through, that Ivan was pulling through, John, the assistant printer, and Ivan, the master printer, noticed that thinnest of lines disappearing. And so they had to pay high attention to that the entire time. After the first 2 or 3 prints, every single one came out. We put down his blue color yesterday, but he came in between layers of silk screening, the blue being his first and a red tone to come out as his second. He wanted to do hand painting so that when the key layer comes down, all of this pops from behind that silk screen layer. So not only was it a hand painted background, but he wanted to do a hand painted layer in between. I loved your idea with the white background.
Yeah.
So
I was
what are you
afraid
planning
to,
on with that?
I was afraid to do a stencil, so I just decided to go and completely knock the background out and then just use white and as an actual color, and then laying the line work on as a second color. So it's going to be, there's more color in the back than there is actually on the actual image itself. So I think it'll be good.
And then I know this is a little above head, but this is the first color run that came down on David Flores' art. There's the 2 color layers laid over each other. So that should be really, really interesting. In fact, I think I'm backwards, because the black is going to be on top there. And he's going jet black for that upper layer. It's going to be a blast.
A little thin on this guy, but
down the last layer. I'm gonna put it up. Just pull down the last layer of this guy. Where you're putting the gold leaf.
Some of the flowers and then in the crown.
Uh-huh. I never asked you as well. Who is she?
It's pretty much like a incarnation of me. It's a spirit.
Yeah.
It's my spirit warrior. Yeah.
This is number 3 to be completely finished. You'll see all the gold leaf up here in the crown, all in the aura of the flowers. And so, this black layer is going to be a transparent white, so you're actually going to be able to see everything behind it. And then on top of it is going to be this line drawing. Let's see what it would just be. Like that. Oh yeah. Talking about how all of his background lines would lie differently from one globe or one handprint to the next, and it did. To have these little white palms or these like ocean currents coming through the globe from one to the next, it's so amazing.
How did they shoot though? Like, that's so small. I guess you're...
It's so weird. Now that you've seen how a couple of them came out.